Hi everyone, welcome to our reading. This reading is going to be titled, Where is the Love? Where is the Love? This can certainly be for a twin flame, soulmate, just friend. This is going to be about love and where it's at. So I'm not going to put any titles like, a twin flame reading, a soulmate reading. It's just love. I want to thank you for taken a moment to watch the video. I am going to try to keep it as short as possible, but no guarantees. I would definitely advise, though, if you get halfway into the reading, watch it to the end, because I feel like that's where the majority of our clarity comes in. Like I feel sometimes actual answers. So, just my recommendation. All right, so go ahead and take a moment and just clear your mind. Release the outcome. Let what will be be. Be okay in it. Surrender in it. I, of course, as always, invite your spirit guides in with mine to work together to bring us the clearest messages possible. Let me bring this down a little bit. Maybe too far. We'll see. Anyway, I invite your guides in with my guides, or my guides invite your guides into the reading. And that's one of the reasons why you want to forget about when you saw this reading. I'm making it. Today is August 6th, I believe. You lose time when you're at home. But it doesn't matter when you see it. When you see it, if you feel nudged to it, right, intuitively called to it, you're meant to see it when that time is. But in otherwise, this is August, and I want to welcome everyone. So my guides are ready. Your guides are ready. We just have to make sure we're ready. Okay, let's begin. We're going to start with the Good Tarot. I just realized it kind of matches my desk. And we're just going to let the cards and our guides tell us the story. Getting a little wild there. There we go. Wow. Okay. They all wanted to come out in that shuffle. Well, we start with the Six of Cups. Alright. I'm going to put these all in the upright. I just think they're meant to be in the upright. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I like what I'm seeing so far. Look at this. 6 going right into 7. We have the Nine of Wands. I'm going to flip it around. I know someone's going to say something about that, but I have to follow my own intuition here. Let's just flip them all around. We have the 10, excuse me, this choked me up, the 10 of Swords. 9, 10, 6, 7, 9, 10. We have the 8 of Cups. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. We have the 5 of Swords. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the rest of the cards up before I start speaking. It's definitely showing me, for some of you, a partnership that once was. And it's interesting we have the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, because, I get this more and more and more about within the 10 even if it's other people who have done things to us, and that's really what that represents, hurtful things that have been said to us, that have affected our self-belief, all that. Whatever it is, when, I don't know, when I see the 5 there too, I think, okay, I have to at least look at that. Did I become part of that energy? This is for those who, it feels like you were in a relationship, prior. Now, were you in a union? I don't know yet. But you were definitely in a relationship. We have the Nine of Wands. Funny, here I am talking already. We have the Nine of Wands looking back at the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is going to talk about a couple things. Number one, patience. It asks for patience. This is about your seed of intention. So this is about something that your soul desired, right? I feel like before we even come to Earth, this seed has already been planted. The Seven of Pentacles is looking right back at the Six of Cups. So, Six of Cups, I am thinking of this person. I'm remembering the good things within this person, within our time together. Um, you know, how at one time it really felt like my heart was fulfilled. I know that. I can feel it. And below the Six of Cups is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is all about reflection, right? It's about trying to figure out why our cups were knocked over, right? And it usually has to do with more than just one particular relationship. It usually, I feel, has to do with our whole life. And, the times that we were wounded emotionally. Excuse me. Um, but I feel like what is happening here is, I feel like someone is examining their emotional house. And as they do that, this is when they have a realization of my part, right? My part in this Ten of Swords. Sometimes that can be just that I accepted things that maybe I shouldn't at that time. I feel like this is more about communication now, my tongue, and um, how I used it and how they used theirs, right? So it had to have been brought down to a lower energy for this to show up. Nonetheless, with the Nine of Wands right beside it, what it's saying is within these swords was a lesson, a true lesson that will give you tremendous growth. The Nine of Wands is about focusing, and it's about not giving up. It's I can do this. I can, whatever it is, I can overcome this. So as I do that, what am I doing? I'm gaining wisdom. I'm building my character. I'm becoming stronger within myself. And I do feel like it can only come from self-realization. Um, and sometimes it is, if this is something that happened a while ago, it can certainly talk about two people who weren't quite ready for the journey. Sometimes I think we're just meant to almost like brush up against someone, right? To create that spark. And that's what I'm seeing in the nine here, the spark being created. But it doesn't necessarily mean we're meant at that moment to come together. Maybe we are, because, they're, maybe intuitively we weren't really listening, right? We're younger. We're, flying by the seat of our pants. I definitely feel like the brushing up of the energy, which created a spark, and I can see the spark. By the way, the stars are reminding me of Aquarius for some of you, but anyway, um, and because what happens is that spark was created, right? There were some beautiful memories made, but there were also some very difficult, tough, times where we didn't respect each other, and that's, it's that simple. Like, I just need to reflect upon that. Both have to reflect upon it. I'm looking at the six, and it's making me think 3 and 3, right? Equal. I'm seeing, we have the 6, the 7, the 9, the 10, and do we backslide a little bit here? Because then we go the 8 down to the 5, and I'm just wondering if perhaps it's if we don't take that moment to reflect, right? Let's keep going. I know that card. There it goes. I knew it wanted to come out. Well, we have the messenger of water, cups, emotion, love. It's movement. It's almost like she's looking right at it, right? Like she's looking right at that seahorse, like, I see you. But maybe it's not there, but I still see you. We have the 9 of Swords. Guys, this is it's a mix. Okay. What I feel like is the other, or you, the couple within the 6 of Cups. I feel like, it's like, I see you. I see you now. But I see you for who you truly are. And I feel that in the best of ways, don't think that someone isn't like watching your social media and just, I don't know, I feel like they have there's this real clarity over who someone is. And I almost feel a little regret in that, like, regretful for actions that I took. Because I have someone who wants to come in, right? Wants to come in and deliver this cup of probably love. But it is met with the 9 of Swords. So this person's in their head thinking about it. They're overthinking about it, right? I feel like, the movement starts, but then, these fears arise. Why? Well, what's behind them? The 5 of Swords. So it was the toxic energy that at one time existed. This is, again, reflection over that, though. I feel like definitely, and this may be both of you, have had the reflection over, the part of the energy that felt toxic, and it's moving more into the energy of, remember how much I loved you. Remember, how good it felt to be in your arms. I remember that trip we took, all like that type of energy. But nonetheless, I feel like this person, or you, because remember, it can be you or them, wants to come in, but is fearful. They're fearful that perhaps you haven't forgiven them. I don't feel like, again, I don't feel like they're coming in saying, I'm going to take all the blame, because I feel like they're going to take half the blame if we would even put blame here. I feel like that's my word, saying blame, but again, I feel like, because I've had awareness, I've seen it all. Like I've seen the patterns, right? The 9s that we have now, right? Seeing the patterns, the reflection over. And what do I gain from that? I gain wisdom. I gain strength. But that doesn't mean the thought of then approaching you isn't scary, right? Because what happened, happened. There's no doubt. But we have the 7 of Pentacles here too, and the 9 of Wands looking, it's almost like, this 9 of Wands almost looks like the Hermit with his stars, like he is illuminating the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like it's someone realizing their connection to you right now. I have to say, too, that, you know, people in a twin flame relationship, I want you to remember that, you know, don't be regretful of not, let's say, you know, this is coming quickly. Don't be regretful of what didn't happen, the time period that didn't happen, right? Because almost like behind the scenes, you know, two people may not have understood the growth they were really having. And Seven of Pentacles says, take your time. It's about patience. It's about allowing that seed to blossom, right? We don't want to pick it before it's ripe. What's the sense, right? We pick it before it's ripe. We can't eat it. We got to throw it away. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. Wow, we have the Messenger of Fire. So that feels like someone's activation. You know, like their soul, their heart just became activated. And this may be what has put someone in movement. You know, before I go on, I know some of you who are watching the reading will be like, there's no way in hell I'm taking so-and-so back. Then don't. You know, like, you don't have to. This isn't anyone saying this is what you need to do. It's just, it's giving the potentials of what's happening, depending on the energy, really. Okay. Well, look at this. We have the World on the underneath the Messenger of Fire. So, you know, why do we have the action of, you know, wands are about passion, but it's about action also. So we have the World behind that. So that talks about a new chapter. It's a beautiful chapter if we can find our way there. And that means, you know, what I mean by that is you can't really go into it with a lot of anger or you've had to release, like the Five of Swords, you've had to release a lot of, you know, the stuff that, if I look at it for what it really was, it makes me understand it much better. And therefore, maybe I can forgive it, that type of energy. But anyway, so the World talks about a period of time where your spirituality is very important in this journey. And this is probably what the Seven of Pentacles, why the Seven of Pentacles, oh, well, hello, lovers. I didn't even see them sitting there. Boy, I never turn my deck before I shuffle them this way, face up, but there they are. Hello, lover. So, that just gives us a little bit more confirmation, I feel. But you know, and this is also about a head over heart decision. And, you know, this is what you've got to figure out. This is what they're figuring out. So anyways, the World, you know, when we enter into the chapter of the World, I feel like it's the best chapter of our life. Why? Because I really know who I am now. You know, I know what I want, I know what I don't want, but I'm open to receiving from the universe. I am not staying angry, I'm being compassionate, you know, doesn't mean that I'm being a fool and letting anyone walk over me, no. Because I feel like if a love enters into this chapter with you, then they have to be meeting your energy. Otherwise, they wouldn't get into the World's energy. And I don't want to keep going back, but hello, Magician. So, you know, the Magician is about manifesting. And it could have been both of you, or one. I kind of feel like two. Maybe two didn't, you know, we didn't know that each other was doing that, but nonetheless. So, we'll see if the Lovers comes back out again. All right, we're going to add in the Cosmic Tarot, and we're going to go deeper. One more shuffle. We have the sun on the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful energy. It is the energy of a Leo, but it's also of just illumination. It's the kind of illumination where I no longer question if I'm meant to be with someone or I'm not meant to be with someone. I think our problem is we think that we meet someone and it's meant for right then and right there. Well, there can be a million different circumstances of why there just needs to be some patience. Someone could have been in a relationship and they need to clear that up. Clear it up before they come to you, right? Or you clearing up before you go to them. You know what I mean? Like being free and clear. And because otherwise it could be very difficult. Now, I know many of you, you're in that situation. You're probably like, oh, Sandy, why do you have to say that? It's just a fact. But it doesn't mean that something can't work. It just makes it harder, right? It throws us more challenges, and we can get through the challenges. We keep our head about us. All right. Well, hello, Ten of Pentacles coming over the Six of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles is somewhat like a decision, right? They call it the juggler. Can I do this right now? Can I fit it into my lifetime? Is it what I want? That type of thing. I also feel this is the energy of, someone may be leaving their home and heading on a new journey. There could be you, leaving a current relationship. And you may be weighing, financially, how's it going to affect me, that type of thing. There's a real life situations, certainly could be them also. But nonetheless, there's no angst about it. There's nothing other than, making a decision of, is this truly what I want? Seven of Pentacles is also touching that energy too. So, they could have certainly been asking that question, or you asking that question, was I, the one that got away, like, where are they? Will they take me back? That type of thing. For some of you, it doesn't even have to be that you were in a relationship. You could have been friends. Excuse me. I read for people all the time where, I mean, not all the time, but I do read for people through the years where they end up with an old friend that they weren't romantically involved with, and there can certainly been a falling out from that. So don't put limitations on this. But I do feel the question of leaving my current home. I don't feel the energy with this person of being a bum. You know what I mean? I feel like they got their own money. Two of Wands. So, interesting. So this means, yes, to me, that yes, they're going to do it. Yes. Yes, you're going to do it. And then look at this, the Prince of Swords. So this is about communication. And the princess and the princess, I always think of, this is me, but I always think that, they're really learning how to use that sword, trying to put their words together so it'll make sense, right? It'll make sense to you. I feel like someone may have been even practicing what I'm going to say, like how I'm going to say it, how I'm going to communicate. Very interesting. 2 and 2, by the way. I mean, synchronicities, wow. So this is definitely showing me the movement from, the 10, one chapter, into something new. They took a moment, which is exactly what the Seven of Pentacles asked you to do. Have patience in it. Let it be fulfilled. You know what I mean? Make sure that your roots are strong. And it feels like that's exactly what happened, because then we move into the Two of Wands. That's not it's not necessarily stepping on that path, but it is now the plan is I'm going to put the plan in action, which moves us into this print of, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to say this? Because I feel I'm a little bit fearful because I'm fearful of what I'll be met with, right? Whether it'll be, I don't think anyone has an interest of going back to like the way we used to be, the way we used to communicate. And I'm talking about probably towards the end, up, before the tower hit. So, anyway, where is the love? The Hermit. So beautiful. First of all, card of Virgo. The Hermit is coming over the Ten of Wands. What's the Hermit about? Reflection. It talks about, going through the dark night of the soul. What's the dark night of the soul? That's where I can't see the light. I feel like my life is falling apart. It doesn't have to be that drastic, but it's definitely an energy where, sometimes I feel like where we fall down to our knees, and that's where we get that spark of our spirituality, right? Um, here's the chapter. It's right there. It's under one card. So the reflection upon it, it's reflecting over this Ten of Swords. That's kind of beautiful. Because once you have this awareness, then you can make real changes. It's, the Hermit, I can definitely see in that image about the connection, as above, so below. So I feel like, and by the way, I feel like as we travel through the Hermit, and I'm saying we because I feel both probably went through this energy, this is where we start to find our spiritual connection. This is where we start to find our spiritual connection. And when we find our spiritual connection, really our lives can change drastically. And I mean for the better. When you know your own truth, first of all, you're able to clear it. But even the good things about you, right? Yeah, there can have been times when someone has told you horrible things like about yourself, I'm not going to go through a list, but you know what I mean. And we took it on. It became part of us. Well, that was a choice, right? It was a choice. I know that sounds hard. Like, what do you mean it was a choice? Um, we were growing then, right? It's almost like that's when we were growing some armor. But anyway, the connection to above. This tells me that your beautiful spirit guides, their guides are, a lot of times they're working behind the scenes, that type of thing. But then we move down to the Eight of Cups, where, what have you been reflecting over? Well, you know, the energy that's in my head, the thoughts that are in my head, but also my emotional house. Hermit's looking towards the future. So all of what happened before that, um, you know, he's gaining strength and wisdom. He's learning lessons and therefore ending them for good, type of thing. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles, potentially Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. We have the Prince of Cups. Interesting. What it feels to me is like love is in the air. Love is in the air. And I feel like you're feeling it. I know they're feeling it. And remember, this doesn't always have to be them coming towards you. I don't want to say, well, I'm going to say it like, sometimes we got to grow our own balls and do the hard work because tremendous things can happen with that, right? This is about our will. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, love is, it just feels like love is in the air. And then I feel like the atmosphere, and I may feel it, but the other partner, I feel like this is movement, definitely, right? This is, again, it feels like the energy of thinking about it because I'm feeling it, and then the movement within it. I feel like someone truly may say to you, in some way, like, I see you, right? I see you. I see who you truly are. The Nine of Wands, above that can talk about past lives also. So don't roll that out. All right. Don't know. Somebody just knocked on my door or not. All right. We have the Ten of Wands coming over the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Moon. Card of Pisces, by the way. Cancer's ruler. But the reason why I'm laughing is because I feel like this lover, let's just say lover, because we saw the lovers, definitely thinking of approaching you, communicating with you in some way. Again, he or she is met with fear, their own fear of probably being rejected. I feel like, this Ten of Wands is the energy of sometimes we get into a relationship and it feels one-sided, right? Not maybe we feel the love, but we don't quite feel that they're putting much into it, right? Like think about, they go out a lot or something like that instead of staying with you or going on a date, that type of thing. So they know, I feel like they know everything. They know everything that they've done. And I do feel a sense of regret. Almost like saying, I know you put this relationship upon your shoulders, and I love you for that, and I am sorry for that, right? But so unsure of how it's going to be met. I feel like they are sure within themselves about you. It's just the fear of how you will react to it. So, we have the Queen of Pentacles down here, and again, potentially Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but she's someone who, it's interesting because she's someone who reads between the lines, right? Everybody else is just reading, but she sees what's really going on. So I like her representing this Five of Swords, seeing things clearly, right? She's the one who doesn't miss the details, um, whatever that may mean to you, right? But I feel like, I feel like for some of you, it's two people leaving a relationship. Like two people that were in current relationships and they're leaving that. So I definitely feel like there was time, not for everyone, but there was time, where we were together and then I had another serious relationship or maybe a few, because I do feel like um, two, just for a few of you, like two, and I'm seeing these twos too, two twos. So it's almost like we're both kind of doing the same thing. Maybe we both have this fear. Maybe we both want to contact each other, but I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to say, right? I don't know what they're going to do. Interesting. All right, I think I'm going to take one more swipe. Actually, I don't even know why I put these down here. I just did that in another reading too. Let's add these up here. And let's go right below. Well, hello, Wheel. So we have the Five of Pentacles. I'm telling you, people are leaving their current circumstances, their current relationships, their current homes. This can be the energy of having my hand forced, but in the long run, you're where are you heading? You're heading to the Ten of Pentacles. You just don't feel it in this energy. This is the wounded warrior. So, and there's something kind of beautiful about that because it's saying your strength to move forward even through the pain and the hurt, and that is character. That is true character. This also talks about, I feel like it moves you into a place of destiny, not just because the wheel is here, which talks about destiny, but because as I move through the Pentacle family, what am I doing? I'm gaining. I'm gaining a real sense of strength, of security. I'm about to meet a lot of soul family members, like-minded individuals who just seem like pop out from nowhere, who help, and I feel like what it is, it's like messages from your guides that, it's like to another guide, like, get her to go this way and that way, get her to go. I told the story one time about, you're driving down the street and you got a Starbucks on one side and a Dunkin' Donuts on the other. And you always went to Starbucks, always, always, always. But one day you get this feeling like, I think I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts. And you don't even know why. Maybe you're not even thinking about it at that point, but you go to Dunkin' Donuts and lo and behold, you meet someone. You meet probably your love, right? It was that was, that those things happen all the time when you can stay in tune. I'm telling you, all the time. You're receiving signs of to get you right to where you want to be. But you have to be in a place of paying attention to the signs, and that means I can't be carrying a lot of baggage. I can't. It just won't serve me. And that's with the Five of Pentacles. I'm moving through the pain, but ultimately she moves into the Six of Pentacles, which is learning the art of giving and taking. Right? It's about using what I've learned and what I have to help others. It's a very beautiful type energy. And then the wheel with that, for me, just feels like destiny, and it's telling us that there is movement in it. So I feel like for many of you, it doesn't feel far off. Matter of fact, I do feel like for a few of you, maybe more than a few, um, I don't know. It's like I might check your Facebook. I feel like it's funny, I just get this overwhelming feeling that someone puts post. They're not friends on Facebook. And I feel like, or, it could be any social media, but what I'm feeling is normally I would make a post and I would keep it where just my friends could see it, right? But there's certain posts that I make public, hoping that this person will see it, right? Intentionally, maybe subconsciously. Go look at your page. There may be some things where they're public, where normally you'll have friends or friends of a friend, that type of thing. And if you're doing that, I feel like they're seeing it. If they're doing it, I feel like you're seeing it. We have the Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands coming over this Messenger of Cups. So I feel like, what I feel like is this Princess of Wands is going to take a chance. And I feel like she's excited about it. I really do. I feel like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take that chance. I'm gonna take a chance. Oh my God! Look at this. The Four of Wands. Wow. What a lovely reading. I want to thank our guides right here, right now. I want to give gratitude. Four of Wands. This is that connection that can't be denied. You know, this is about dedicating oneself to each, each to each. That doesn't make sense. We're dedicating ourselves to each other. This is that everlasting commitment. You know, what it shows me is the level of love. This is called the marriage card. Um, doesn't mean you have to get married. It just means that, marriage in the best of ways, where I want to commit my life to someone. You have the world, right? We have the world. We have the magician, the energy, the right energy to manifest what we want. The only negativity is the fear of what will be met with. But my God, does it tell us that for those who are watching, I have no doubt that you want it, that this is meant to be. And if you do, then this is not your reading, right? Because I just don't feel any doubt in my heart whatsoever. So, how will their cup be met? Where, the fear of it, how will it be met? With excitement, with passion, with I feel her like the fool, like I'm ready to take a chance. I'm ready to do this. And here is the potential. To me, this is forever. This is forever. Like, truly commit myself to you forever. And this was just all the fluff, just life's little matter that we got to kind of blow away, right? Because here's the truth of the matter. Here's where we can truly be. I'm going to leave it right there. I see no reason to go any further. I think that is just beautiful. Of course, you have free will. You get to make up your own mind. But it's funny. That's kind of how Sam and I's love story went, in a way. So, for those who doubt, I'm like the living testament of it can happen, and it can happen in a blink of an eye. All right, I think what I want to do is a Mother Mary card. I don't know, guys. I love this reading. It just feels so good. Where is love? I'm trying to think who sang that. I feel like it's Supremes, but that's probably not right. All right, let's give this the perfect ending to what I feel is the perfect reading. Oh my gosh. Love. Love. Well, thank you. The perfect ending. Love is the answer to all my questions. Wow. Let's look at, or let's read it. I'm so happy I did this reading today. I was working on those little videos about each sign, but I just felt like I feel like I got to do a love reading. Like there has to come a love reading needs to come out of me, and I am so glad that I listened to my intuition. All right, love. This card reminds you that feeling loved is your true desire, and this very condition is continuously offered to you by God, Jesus, Mother Mary, and the angels. Surround your current situation and relationships with love, which will loosen the bonds of ego attachments. When you pray for love to heal your situation, God sends angels to your side. Mother Mary counsels you to use only loving words when you speak, think, or write. Avoid pessimistic discussions with yourself or others, and it is essential for you to surround yourself with the highest energy available. By doing so, you witness miraculous healings, experience new opportunities, and attract wonderful relationships. Wow, how beautiful. Um, my prayers and thoughts are always with you. For those of you who are desiring love in your life, that you find, I was going to say exactly what you want, but I want to go above that and say what will truly bring you fulfillment. This was a beautiful reading. Thank you for, as always, supporting my channel, supporting my work. I love your comments. Definitely in these type of readings, I want to hear them. Like, I want to hear, I want your comments. I want your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your beautiful donations. It's what keeps the channel and myself alive, so to speak. But nonetheless, this was, to me, felt like, at least it's giving me the energy of such a beautiful reading. So, again, I have so much gratitude. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.